Next, we're going to be looking at how to work with scenes and configurations inside of Vortex Studio. Configurations inside of scenes let you create alternate versions of a scene. That lets you easily be able to create a complex work site where you're going to have a lot of different elements, but then change some aspects of that scene. For example, you might want to have your equipment that you're simulating starting in one location in one version of a training scenario, and then have it start in a different location. It's possible to do that without needing to maintain multiple versions of a scene. Instead, you're going to be creating different configurations within the scene file, and in each of these, you can specify what is going to change from one configuration to the next. More specifically here, I'll look at the movable crate object that's right under the forklift in the tree, and I'm going to look at centering this inside of the active view. Now that's just a simple crate that's here on the ground, and what I'll do is make a few copies. I can use the Shift D key here, combination, to be able to create copies of the object. Then I can select that object inside of the scene and then look at moving it using the move control. So for example here, if I move it using the green arrow, I'm going to see that it's going to slide over on that axis lined up with the original object. I can then make a second copy of this, again using Shift D, and this time I'm going to use the movement plane here to go and move it relative to its original position, but on both axes here. Now if I start to make a configuration for this, I can go in and double click on configuration and then give this new configuration a good name like new boxes. Then I would want to add a few elements inside of this configuration. I could go in and add movable crate, then go in and add crate 3 and crate 4. So we have the original crate that was here, and then the two new copies of the crates that I created. Now I'm going to set a few different parameters for these crates. For movable crate, I'm going to set this to modify. For the second one, I'll set it to add and modify, and you see that it just disappeared because it's going to get added as part of this configuration, and that configuration is not currently active. Finally, I'm going to set the last one here as remove. So we'll see that it remains here because right now the configuration is not active, so it does not get removed. Then when I go in and I check the box, one box stays in its place. The box that had disappeared just came back because now it got added, and the one that was said to be removed has been removed because the configuration is now active.